The city of San Francisco is at a really incredible inflection point in its history. And what's interesting to see is the pyramid, it's always been an icon of San Francisco, and now it's becoming a real cultural destination for people to gather, but it needed a lot of love.
We really want this to be the best place in San Francisco. How can we open it up? How can we expose the structure of what it was? How can we really make it a focal point in San Francisco itself?
I think the starting point was actually here. It actually started with the Redwood Park. A lot of people know Transamerica Pyramid from the skyline, but not a lot of people knew what it was like down to the ground area.
It's this really incredible space of towering 90-foot tall redwood trees that you just don't expect to see in the middle of San Francisco. And it brings this serenity, this calm.
The redwood trees were historically a gift to the city of San Francisco. We were very careful in our approach to the landscape in that we wanted it to be true to the original design concept, but also to be native to what you would find in the California redwoods.
And so the first feeling was, how could we use the Redwood Park to unite the site? How could we extend the green around the base of the building?
We've also added greenery and tree wells to the colonnade area, an area that once was very much stark in terms of its lack of nature. So landscape has been carefully introduced in order to create placemaking around the site.
The second question was, how could we connect the inside of the building better to the outside environment?
What we've done is raised the ceiling, created one unified lobby space in a space that was previously designated as two separate zones. And we brought that diagrid structure that you see in the colonnade into the lobby, and it almost looks as if it's always been there.
This structure is like a cathedral, and we wanted to really expose it as much as possible.
The other aspect was then wood paneling. And the wood paneling we felt was a really warm and clean counterpoint to the roughness and strength of that concrete. And then we took that up through the building as well.
As we go up, there's more light. And so we counterbalance that with having tonality of timbers that actually go darker as we go up.
We've worked very closely with our industrial design team, particularly on a series of custom furniture pieces. All of the custom furniture pieces and millwork respond to the existing building's tapering geometry, so everything is extremely bespoke and tailored to the form of the pyramid. It's amazing that the team that worked on this building back in 1972 is the same construction team that we use today here on site.
Yes, I'm actually, like you said, third generation. My father's still a senior superintendent for the company. Grandfather was a superintendent for the company as well. We were actually the contractor that built the Transamerica building, finished it in 1972.
It was amazing to have our office just a few blocks away, that we could immediately come to site if a problem was found by the contractor and work to problem solve on the fly.
I'm lucky enough to be stationed here, so I'm here all the time, but working with Foster's, having them come over, it's been really helpful for them to be on site, seeing the issues themselves, and then working together to come to a solution. Just before this interview, we actually had a mock-up that we reviewed together on site, so we got the direction of what finish we're going to use on the mock-up, we had it installed, and then we reviewed it with the team.
It was very much a collaborative process, and I think that's how we've achieved such an amazing quality of architecture today. For any young architect, I would say getting site experience is an amazing step for your career.
The project has come to life in a very vibrant way. We're starting to see people activate spaces that were never activated before.
I see people left and right just being blown away. They've got their phones out, taking videos. The design speaks for itself.
This is a very special building for San Francisco.
This building's 50 years. There's no reason why the structure can't survive another 100 years.
We're so focused on recycling materials, so the focus on recycling buildings should be the way forward, and it really gives a new lease of life to existing buildings.